Hello, welcome to day 9. We're glad you're back. Today we stayed around the city of Jerusalem, and our first stop was at the Holocaust Museum. We walked around this very expansive area and saw lots of outside monuments and also went inside to see. This upcoming monument here is one that is in the form of a smokestack to remind you of the places where the ashes would come out. We also walked through a beautiful museum on the inside where we could see many of the relics that were there. This is part of the Children's Museum where 1.5 million children were memorialized here in this place. We continue to walk around the grounds at this memorial. At one of the spots, Dr. Luca reminded us that the title that was on the monument came from Isaiah 56, where God talks about remembering those who do His will. Here is a grove of trees that were planted for people who were non-Jewish but helped the cause, and this one is attributed to Schindler for his efforts. Next, we went on to the Museum of Israel, and here we have a kind of a life-size scale version of the city of David that was right in front of us, and we could use this model to help us see where we were. There's the temple on the Temple Mount, and you can see one of the sides there in the portico area where the people would do some of the gathering. This side of the Temple Mount is called the Teaching Steps. Here is a view of the city of David. You can see the Kidron Valley on the right there, and here's some of the rest of the city that grew and expanded over the years after the different rulers came. Next, we took a break and we had some lunch at one of the kibbutzes there. It was like cafeteria style. We had some downtime where we could share and talk with each other and enjoyed some good food at this place. In the afternoon, the next stop for us was going to be the city of David. And so we got our tickets and headed into the city. One of the things we noticed right off was that there were harps everywhere at the bottom of benches, and you could just find that symbols of harps were everywhere, and harp music was playing. It was a very neat way to experience this city. We gathered at the top, and Dr. Luker talked a little bit about the city, gave us some of the history, and then we headed downstairs through a lot of steps, and we came to one of the areas that is thought to be known as the ruins of King David's palace while he was there. And we could see some of the ruins there. After that, we got ready and went down a little bit further into the ground, and we made our way to a place called Hezekiah's Tunnel. And
Dug a tunnel all the way under the city of David to the Siloam Pool to bring water further into the western part of the city for two reasons: convenience, but also he knew the Assyrians were going to besiege him. They wanted the water well inside the city, so they didn't sneak in like David did.
So Dr. Luchter shared with us kind of the reason why Hezekiah built the tunnel there. And here we are coming out of the tunnel. It was very dark and narrow and water up to our knees as we walked through there, but we came out okay on the other side. And we ended at this portico area where there were steps, and this is thought to be the actual site where the pool of Siloam is, where Jesus used the mud and spittle to heal the blind man. What an amazing place. Tune in tomorrow. We look forward to having you join us.